Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Craig and Stevie answering your questions today. A lot about Sunday's match.
What would we have done this year without Ten Hag? Well, we'd have done what we normally do. We'd have just hit the old...
Ten Hag has just been giving us gifts.
We'd have hit the waffle
centre, most definitely.
The old waffle button.
Yeah, wow.
He's been a card this
Would have won 75 games out of 100 if it wasn't for the injuries.
No.
Big picture, right direction.
Got to go forward to win a game.
There you are. That's Stevie's insight. Is that a new tie, Stephen? I feel like I haven't seen that before.
No.
No?
Not you, no. It's a long time since I wore it, though.
Oh, why?
You steal
What is it back in rotation?
I actually didn't realise it's a Rangers tie.
Oh, really?
Aye.
Ah.
I didn't realise till I took it to the cupboard.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Who got that for?
My brother-in-law.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Big Rangers
And
fan.
how are Rangers doing this season?
Tell you what, they're, I think, still the top of the league, isn't
I'm not sure.
Good.
Top of the league.
Well, you were too busy.
You're the Rangers fan.
Had a great result during the week. 2-2 away at Benfica.
Very good.
Aye,
He
flying.
often does that. He goes in his cupboard. He's to
Have a little
spruce up his...
rummage around.
God.
See what's going on. Yeah, you are. Rangers are 2 ahead of Celtic, I'm being told, in the Scottish
That means
Premier
it's
League.
top of the
I
league.
enjoy
That's what I said.
the black suit with
The green was
black
good.
suit with the black shirt and the green tie. That's doing it for me.
That's classic.
Oh, do you want me to wear it next time?
No.
Definitely.
That's a classic.
Okay, right. From an Arsenal
What would Mariner have said?
What would
Mariner have said?
he would have
if he came into
absolutely-
this like
I
that?
loved it.
Hey,
He would have said, you look $1 million.
Yeah, he would.
then he would have laughed, wouldn't he?
From an Arsenal perspective, what would the dream Liverpool City result be?
From the Arsenal perspective?
Yes.
Oh, innit?
So they're 2 points behind Liverpool, obviously 1 point off City at the moment.
Well, it's definitely not a Man City win
Okay.
because they're more likely to steam on than Liverpool because of the injuries.
So would you take a Liverpool win?
I take
Having
a Liverpool,
belief in
even though Liverpool are above,
Yes.
even though they're top.
If somebody's going to win it, is the scenario, right?
No. You could take a draw.
I'd take a draw.
You take the draw
all
then.
day long.
Yeah.
But if somebody was going to win it,
Yeah.
even though they're in the best position at the moment, I'd say Liverpool because there's more
likely to.
more likely for them to falter out of the two teams.
Stevie, how should Liverpool set up against City on Sunday?
Listen, Liverpool play the way they do.
Right.
They're not going to be at Anfield and sit back. They ain't going to do a Man United and try and sit in the top of the box and break. They're going to go and try and close them down, win the ball high up the field and try and put the ball in the back of the net. And if they don't, then if they cough the ball up too much, they could find themselves in a bit of trouble on the defensive side of the game.
I'm smiling because I've just seen the next question. Craig,
Oh God, what is it? What have I done now?
Aye, God.
who is your best friend in football?
Why are you laughing at that?
Well, do you have any friends in football?
Would you have any friends in football?
What do you mean? Your best man lives 2 hours away and he's been here for 6 years and you haven't seen him.
No, busy. We're both busy. You've seen how many shows I do a week. Never ending here. Hitchy, yeah, and a bunch of the guys from Celtic that I'm still in touch with.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you always find that funny.
Just you having friends is quite funny.
Well, shall we go round everybody and see who's got the most friends?
Stevie's got a lot of friends. He calls up a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stevie.
Oh, tons.
Yeah, exactly. Talking about the old days. Who will win the league title first? Chelsea, Manchester United or Spurs?
Man United.
Yeah.
Chelsea's. I mean, Chelsea's. My goodness. When are they going to get out of what they're in? Spurs ain't. Spurs ain't.
Right.
Spurs ain't going to put enough money in it to win it. So it'd have to be Man United. You know what I think? I know Man United still got a lot to do, but they're ahead of Chelsea, which is saying something. Man United. It's got to be Man United.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Can I phone a friend?
We
We want to end the show today.
what does Stevie think of Cody Gakpo's performance? He seems to be struggling. What would be his best position?
I think he does a good job coming off the bench when need a little freshen up or change of face or somebody needs a rest. Yeah, I don't think he's a. If everybody's 100% fit, I don't think he's in your starting 11.
Right. Has he got what it takes to make that step up from what you've seen?
I don't think so.
He's
a good player.
He's a squad player, basically.
He's got.
Yeah, but he's a top of the Premier League squad player. He's a guy that can come on and do something.
He's got an agenda against Dutch players, hasn't he, at Liverpool?
Stevie, a couple of days ago, you mentioned you and your wife would start a sitting exercise regime. How is it going?
Just you, this must be you.
I haven't, no, I haven't.
Are you doing this
Oh, is that the kind of things you've been doing, Stevie?
in tandem?
Well, I did.
Synchronised?
I did ask yesterday.
Right.
I said, when are we doing these exercises?
Okay.
And I was told that, you know what? Walking the dog and going swimming is
Yes.
enough.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah,
it's
but-
been kibosh, that's
It's
it.
been kiboshed.
But you don't swim in the
Yeah.
pool, do you?
Yeah.
You
I
walk
don't-
in the pool?
I walk in the pool.
So it's not swimming?
She swam.
Right, you walk.
I walk.
I bet you look alright. Pool.
Do you think I'm bothered?
He can't
there
see,
he
he's
is.
got glasses.
Do you think I'm
Do
bothered?
you wear your glasses in the pool?
Aye, of course I do.
Because you don't go underwater.
What,
I
goggles?
don't go in the water.
He wears goggles and he
Oh,
walks?
where are these?
I'd imagine the police have been called to that pool with him walking up down.
Fede Valverde says his son idolises Vinicius Junior. When you played, did your kids idolise your teammates instead of you? Did that hurt just a little bit? Your Michael was a Manchester United fan, yeah?
Aye, early on, aye. Before his brain grew.
Was that to spite you?
No, it was at the time. It was all the young United players.
It was
you
the
know,
Beckham,
Beckhams
Giggs,
and
Scholes,
Giggs and
right.
Scholes. It was all the young guys.
Right.
And it was the fad, wasn't it? But then he saw some sense and eventually started supporting Liverpool.
When you took him to Old Trafford as a fan, did you not think that it was going to be a tricky situation?
Well, I knew that there may be a couple of hooligans that
Yep.
would not take kindly to me being there. But I didn't quite anticipate how bad it would be.
How bad did it get?
Oh, well, people banging on the window
Of the car?
of the car.
Really?
Aye, banging on the window of the car. And to begin with, I didn't... Listen, this wasn't the first interaction of the evening. This was one of the last interactions, but it was a steady progress of being sworn at, called names.
Right.
That
That was just Michael.
Yeah, as he was a Man United fan. But then I sat in the car park and this guy's just come up and jumped on the window.
Right.
And initially he looked
Normal.
like a normal person. So I put the window down and he gave me the biggest mouthful of swear words that you've ever seen.
Well, you weren't wearing that green tie, were you?
Oh,
You
seriously.
shouldn't have worn your Liverpool kit.
Honestly, aye, that would have topped it all off.
That would have been it. Did you only go there once? Was that it?
No,
Lesson learned?
I went twice.
Did you?
Schoolboy era.
First one was Leeds.
Yes.
And as I'm standing where you pick your tickets up at Old Trafford, and the next minute it was like, I thought it was a remake of Braveheart. So you know when they fire all the arrows?
Yes.
It was bottles.
At you?
It was against Leeds, not in me.
Right.
It was Leeds United against Man United. One
Okay.
of the fiercest rivalries in football. And there was just a sea of bottles coming over. And I had to grab the wee man and get in the office out the road. Mental.
But you still went back for more?
I went back to the Man United Man City FA Cup game.
Wow.
Yes, Man United beat them. City weren't quite the team they are now. But it's just the usual, getting abused,
Right.
which is why I only went twice.
Okay. Well,
Could have went undercover
there you go.
down the joke shop, buy a silly nose and glasses.
Just.
Yeah, just
Aye, that would have been a great idea.
What about you? Who did your kids support?
no, they were
Did they support Chelsea at all?
no, they were too young.
Right.
Luke was only probably 1.5 when I left there.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean they were at. He was at the. Yeah, he was the only one when I was at Celtic when we were in '97, '98. So he was down on the pitch for all the celebrations.
Yes.
But he won't remember that
I see.
because I think he was. What would he be? No, he wasn't quite 2. He was about 20 months.
Did he have allegiance to any club then as he grew up? No.
Don't care.
No.
A bit like me, really.
Well, yes, that's true. Has
You ask him, he'll
has he got
say-
any friends?
If you ask him, he'll say, "I couldn't give a stuff."
Right.
Just runs in the.
Yeah,
front.
just that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
they
the
don't-
family motto.
Well, he goes to Forest every week with a wee boy.
Yeah, he goes to Nottingham Forest. Yeah, that's nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Well, we lived in Nottingham.
So did he go there before he had the wee guy or after he had the wee guy?
No, after.
After.
The little fella's huge. He's a huge football fan.
Yep.
Just loves it, but he obviously, as you know, he goes to Forest
Yes.
every second week.
And he loves Jack Grealish as well. Is it Jack Grealish?
Yeah, he's got the Alice band as
Yes,
well. Yeah. He loves.
You let him wear it?
Man City and Forest.
He's just impressed he has hair.
Yeah.
For Stevie, from a coaching perspective, how do you navigate an injury crisis at your club? Do you get involved with the medical staff?
Oh, aye, yeah. Yeah, you got to know. I mean, more than anything, you got to know who's close and how soon they're going to be back. You I mean, obviously.
Have you ever gone against medical advice?
No.
From choosing players, no.
No, I would, and the reason I'm saying no is from being a player. I can't imagine somebody putting me in a position where I could actually make the injury worse or actually have some permanent damage.
Right.
So I would never have done it in a million years.
You know, sometimes you'll take an injection and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
Aye.
Those things you have to do, particularly if it's a big game. You know, if you're playing a cup final and you got a badly swollen knee, you'll do anything to play. You know, get the syringe in and take the fluid out. You know, I know it sounds horrible, but listen.
But it's still your decision, though.
It's your decision.
It's your decision.
Yeah.
You can turn around and say, "I'm not taking that."
But you know, you wouldn't want. I mean, most of us in a scenario like that, you just don't want to miss it, right? So
Right.
if it can be done to play, you do it. But every manager's different. I used to love the reaction to some of them when some physios, obviously they're frightened, but particularly back then, frightened of some of the characters' managers.
Sure.
And they have to go to the manager with the bad news.
Yeah.
And let's just say some managers take it better than others. And some of the reactions I used to
What have you seen?
Well, Jim Smith was a character, you know, when Jim...
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have thought... I mean, it was Pete... What was it? Pete Melvin was the physio to Derby, and when he told Jim a player wasn't available, you'd have thought he told him he had 15 first-team players out. He almost gave the physio a rollicking.
Shooting the messenger, mate.
Get back in there
and make it better.
Yeah, I mean, because it is so frustrating.
Yeah.
But you won't make a player play. But the thing is, there's too many players over the years will take advantage of it, and you as a player you look at them and go, do you know what? I think he could have played today.
Because you said that during the struggles at Derby, a lot of the players suddenly, you know, had little strains or things.
Well, it was amazing because we drew with Newcastle, second last game of the season at home, and that meant we were safe, having drawn with Tottenham the week before. So it went almost to the wire, and I've said this to you before, it was Chelsea away in the last day of the season. And but there was nothing on the line then, it was done and dusted. But it was amazing that week. Up to the Chelsea game, there was a lot more people available than there was the week before.
As opposed to if it was a crunch tie.
And managers see that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they remember it and go, do you know what? When we were on the hour of need, him, they didn't bother. But, you know, it's just mentality, isn't it?
Stevie back with us tomorrow where he'll reveal his Liverpool-Manchester City prediction.
I'm going for a draw.
You're off tomorrow, you're going to go and play with
Shall we have a bet what he's going to do?
What he's going to do? Yeah. I think he might say City win.
I'm going to say he's going to say a draw.
Oh, exciting.
He's going to go for a Luis Garcia.
There you go.
Then sit.
And then what are you going to do tomorrow? Hang out with some friends?
Yeah, actually I am, 3 of them.
Oh yeah? Oh, lovely.
Well, they've all got 4 legs.
Yes, exactly. Barney, Brody.
They can't talk back.
That is it then. That brings us to the end of today's show. As I mentioned, be sure to join us tomorrow as we'll be looking ahead a little more detail to Liverpool against Manchester City, plus reflecting on Manchester United, and actually Arsenal playing as well tomorrow, aren't they?
Brentford.
They go top of the table. Ooh.